What's up, guys? It's Christian back here for another video. This is our college football picks for week 13, right? Yeah, 13 of 2019. As you can see, I have Ohio State, Penn State paused here so I can make this. Oh shoot, that's this week's. My bad. As you can see, there's our picks from last week. Last week I went 14-4. Zephian went 13-5. Sorry. And over on the year now, I am 168-78. Zephian's 165-81. So there's that. And let's get into this. If I can pick my dang notebook up. There we go. Let's see. First game we're gonna be picking. Let me turn our light on because I'm stupid. First game we're gonna be picking here is Illinois at number 17, Iowa. We're both going to go with Iowa here. I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see Illinois make this a game and even win, but we're both going to go with Iowa here. Number 21, Oklahoma State at West Virginia. It's another game where we're both going with Oklahoma State, but neither one of us would be surprised to see West Virginia make this a game and maybe even win. You know, they're coming off that road win at Kansas State last week, so won't be surprised to see that be made a game if it is. Texas at number 14, Baylor. I'm going with Baylor there. So is Zephian, right? Yeah. We're both going with Baylor there. But it's one of those things where it's like we wouldn't be surprised to see Texas win that game. They just had a really bad year, man. It's pretty sad, to be honest. But we're going with Baylor there. Oh, nope, stay here. Number 13, Michigan at Indiana. I think Indiana makes this close. I think it comes down to the last possession, but Michigan pulls away late, and they go into Ohio State with 2 losses. But I really think Indiana makes this a very close game. Zephian is going with Indiana or with Michigan as well. Pitt at Virginia Tech. You know, this game could determine who plays in the ACC championship game against Clemson. I'm going with Virginia Tech here. As they said on game day, it's Bud Foster's last game at Lane Stadium, and, you know, I don't see Virginia Tech losing that game. It's a hard place to go win, but Zephian's actually going with Pitt here to win. I guess I kind of understand why. This game's 2 7-3 teams. I see why you would pick Pitt here, but I'm going with Virginia Tech. UCLA at number 23, USC. We're both going with USC here. They really need a win here. This could decide Clay Helton's future. But, yeah, I'm going with USC here. And if UCLA loses, no bowl game again for Chip Kelly, which would be bad for him. But we're both going with USC here. Cal at Stanford. I'm going with Stanford here, and so is Zephian. You know, I put this game on here because Stanford-Cal is one of those games you always remember for the band play, obviously, but these are 2 teams that desperately need a win right now. But so I'm going with Stanford. And remember that time a while back in the season when Cal was like 15th in the country? I still never understood that. But I'm going with Stanford there. And so is Zephian. Kansas State at Texas Tech. We're both going with Kansas State there. Texas Tech's actually favored in this game by like 4. Not sure I understand that one, but I think Kansas State's a good team, so I'm going with Kansas State there to get the win on the road. Let's see. Next. Number 6, Oregon at Arizona State. I think Arizona State makes this game a close game, but actually, no, I don't. I said in the podcast that Oregon would win by like 17. So I'm going with Oregon there. Arizona State maybe keeps it close to like a half, but then Oregon pulls away in the second half. I'm going with Oregon. So is Zephian. Duke at Wake Forest. I'm going with Wake Forest here. They still had a pretty good year considering they got blown out by Clemson last week, but they're still like 7-2 or something like that. So it's still a really good year. So I'm going with Wake Forest there because I win against Duke at home. And Zephian is also going with Wake Forest. Game is about to start or probably already started because it's like 11:20 and I have it paused. But about to start for me. Penn State, number 8 Penn State at Ohio State. Penn State keeps this close in the first half. maybe even into the third quarter, but Ohio State pulls away late and wins probably by like 14, I'd say. That's going to be my prediction there. And Zephian's actually also going with Ohio State, so yes, we both think Ohio State gets it done against Penn State at home. Oops, focus. There we go. Texas A&M at number 4, Georgia. You know, I didn't realize this game was going to be played in the rain, or I probably would have picked A&M on the points in the podcast, but I'm going to go with Georgia here to get the win, obviously. So is Zephian. I think Texas A&M can keep this close for a while, but I'm still going with Georgia here. And then finally, 6:30 tonight on the SEC Network. Tennessee at Missouri, both teams at 5-5. Winner becomes bowl eligible. Even though, I don't even remember if Missouri can go to a bowl game or not. They're not very clear on it, but yeah, 2 5-5 teams. Winner goes to a bowl game. I'm gonna pick Missouri just because of how lopsided this series has been. I really hope I'm wrong. So desperately hope I'm wrong, but I'm picking Missouri. And my rule with Tennessee and the Titans is pick with the spread. That's what I did. Missouri's favored by 4. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you again later.